Hello everybody, thank you for joining my channel. My name is Rocky. If you're new, this is where we talk about fashion, lifestyle right here in my city of Chicago, and just a little bit of beauty. But lately we've been talking a lot about beauty, and today is all about that. Let's get on with it. So you all, I don't know what's been going on, but I have been in my beauty bag. I've been buying new products, experimenting, and having really good results. I think the last time we talked about beauty products, I had picked up some Korean skincare items that have been working wonders. I think it's really working because, listen, story time. I have been going to the same gym for the last 14 years, no less than 3 times a week. And that kind of comes out to about 2,100 visits to the gym. And in that time period, I've had 0 people, 0 men or women hit on me. Not that that's what I'm looking for, but I'm just telling you, no one has hit on me. And in the span of 1 week, I got hit on twice. And I think it has something to do with my skincare. Let's move on. I'm going to start with the item that has me the most excited. It's from a smaller niche fragrance brand called Future Society. Now, what makes Future Society so special is that they when they make their fragrances, they find what would be considered extinct plants or flowers or herbs, extinct, and they recreate it in a lab and put it into a fragrance. And I think that's super cool. If you think about, like, you wonder, like, what did a rose smell like in prehistoric times? Obviously completely different than what we know now. And they make a fragrance out of it. I have a fragrance, I think it's called Endangered Rose or something like that. And I was so intrigued by the whole concept that I've gifted bottles to my friends. I just think it's super cool. They just dropped another fragrance recently. Again, these are blind buys because I don't know what store carries Future Society. I'm just not aware. So I blind bought this based on the notes, and I'm gonna just go ahead and go through it with you. I haven't opened it yet. So we're unboxing together, and it's supposed to come with a couple free gifts as well. So they gave me a sample size of their Invisible Woods. I don't know if that's coming up, but imagine the fragrance of an extinct flower, Invisible Woods, last recorded India, Western Mountains in 1917, extinct by drought. They resurrected this fragrance in October of 2017, so 100 years later. Do they have the notes on here? No notes are listed that I could see, but I'm excited. I'm gonna try it with you. They also gave me a free sample of Solar Canopy body cleanser. I don't know what the notes are readily there either, but if I have the wherewithal, I'll put something on the screen once we move on. Now, the thing that we all came to see says, look, we can invent our tomorrow. I don't know if that's even, look, nothing likes to focus for me today. Let's get this out of the box. I also noticed that the packaging seemed a bit different. My other one is a completely different bottle. I'll probably go get it for you, but this is the packaging for this one. Let me actually go get the bottle for the old one. Okay, so I was wrong about the name. It was called Haunted Rose, and those of you who are OGs, you probably remember when I hauled this. This one has an extinct rose in here that was last recorded in South Africa in 1960, and it was extinct by an alien plant invasion. They resurrected this in October of 2017 as well. And this is the packaging of the previous bottle. I don't know if they've changed all of their packaging or if this one's a special release and they got a new bottle, but this is the bottle. On the new one, the notes that they've listed, the main notes that they've listed on here is Fluffy Vanilla, Iris Accord, Aquatic Blooms Accord. So let's see. Vanilla, Iris, Sweet Sugar, Sparkling Aldehyde, Aquatic Blooms, Oceanus Fucus, and Musk. Now, the only note in here that gives me pause is the aldehyde. I do have some fragrances that have aldehyde, but it's usually not my jam. So we're going to see how this one works out. This is the box as opposed to, you know, this little dainty box. I prefer the dainty box. I can store that better. But let's see what we got. It opens like a little book. It has another little book, and that is the fragrance. How cute. Whoa, that wouldn't have been good. How cute is that? Now that hurt. Oh, this is like a really sturdy bottle. It does have a slight lilac-y hue to it. Let me see if I can put something behind it so you can see slight, really light lilac-y hue to it. Matches my outfit a little bit. I am excited and nervous because I don't like to blind buy. This wasn't super cheap. This wasn't $30. So let's see. Ooh, this is beautiful. Ooh, it's beautiful. I smell that vanilla. I smell that iris. Iris is one of my favorite notes now. I used to be rose girly all day. I'm still a rose girly, but iris is winning my heart over. Oh my gosh. And it's making my mouth water. Like it's like some sort like a fluffiness to it, like a dessert, but it's not sugary sweet. Even though it names sugar as a note, it's not sugary sweet. It's just like giving me it's like tricking my brain to think of sweetness, but it doesn't smell sweet. Well, this is so nice. And that the aldehyde in here is giving me a clean accord without it being like white floral clean. White florals bother my nose. I'm just hoping this doesn't have one in here secretly, and then when I put it on my skin, I get sick. But it bothers my nose, it bothers my eyes. It makes me feel like I'm having an allergic reaction or a cold or something like that. So I'm really hoping they didn't sneak any in here. But on paper, it smells lovely. It's giving me Glossier You mixed with Byredo Blanche. If those two had a baby, this would be it. And if you like either of those, then you would like this one. And I think it's different enough to have all three of those in your collection, which I do now, all three. And I'm loving this bottle. It fits in my hand really well where I won't drop it. The only thing I'm not feeling about the packaging is this cap. It falls right off. It's not like magnetic. It doesn't click. It's just there for like decoration or something. But if they could fix that, I'd be 100% in love with the packaging, but this is way too loose. And I think I forgot to mention the name of this. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. It's called Cloud Reverie. Absolutely in love. Now let's move into more traditional beauty things. I'll go with skin. Let's do skin. Skin, I usually travel with some sort of retinoid in my, travel bag so that I can do my night routine on the road. When I'm at home, I use Paula's Choice, but I always feel nervous about bringing my really nice things on the road with me, period. Whether it's jewelry, clothes, anything. I just feel uncomfortable. And so I usually bring like my backups of things. So I read online that this one seems to be really nice. It's a retinol fast release wrinkle reducing night serum activated with pure retinol infused powder. So again, I only wear retinols at night because I don't want to deal with the whole, the sun being too much for it, all of that stuff. So yeah, let's see what this looks like. Oh, do I gotta mix some stuff? I gotta mix. I don't want to mix. I gotta figure this one out. It's pure retinol infused powder capsule. Don't apply directly to skin. So it looks like I have to put this maybe in here so I can activate it. I'll look at the instructions later. We'll see how this works out. But again, my intent was to have this be my on the road skincare piece for nighttime. I didn't realize it was going to be this complicated and involved, but I'll, as usual, revert back. Fragrance with this, I'll just let you know how things work out. Now, I think I've been talking to you about this for a while about my hair. My hair has been going through some shit. I found out that my iron levels were the lowest it has ever been, and a ton of my hair had fallen out. My scalp is real easy to get to at this point. And so I've been trying all kinds of things, obviously getting my iron levels up. I've been on iron therapy. I've been taking multivitamins. I've been doing a lot of oil and massage treatments to myself on the regular basis. I feel like it is filling in. It's starting to grow at the base. It's just the ends where it has broken. It needs to be cut. I still haven't pulled the trigger on doing a really nice, healthy chop to my hair to get it back to a good state. Now, in addition to those things, I'm going to try some other things to kind of help accelerate the hair growth process. I've been doing my research, looking at videos from dermatologists, and I boiled it down to two things that I think really might move the needle. Number one is The Ordinary has a multi-peptide serum for hair density. And so I'm going to be using this one on the regular basis. I think, you know, at minimum on the weekly. I don't know what it recommends, but at minimum on the weekly. But what I want to use it in parallel with or in partnership with is I got a red light cap. That's not focusing either. A red light cap. And what red light therapy supposedly is supposed to be really good for both your hair and your hair and your skin. I'm specifically focusing this on my hair because that's what's in trouble right now. If I feel like I'm starting to get good results with this on my hair, maybe I'll buy a mask as well. Nothing that won't hurt. You know, keeping your skin healthy won't hurt, but I'm really excited to try this. I know it sounds kooky and weird, and I'm like, Rocky, you are doing the most. Yes. Just like my last video, one of my last videos, I told you, you know, if somebody tells you you're doing too much, tell them to go find less. And if you think I'm doing too much, go find less. But this is it. It has a bunch of red lights inside. You wear it for 15-minute sessions. I don't know how often you're supposed to do this, once a week or more than that. But this is the hat. So you just really literally you charge it up, put it on for however long. I'm probably going to make sure I have my hair in twists so that the lights can reach my scalp. It has the controls here on the other side. And I'm trying to do everything I can to get my hair back to a healthy state. You all, I'm serious. I am serious. I feel like, I don't know if I'm obsessed with it right now, but I just don't like the way I feel with the way my hair is right now. Can't do much of anything with it besides put it in a ponytail, pigtails. And before that, it's not like I was doing that much more with my hair. But at least I had the option. Right now, it's just in such a bad state that the only thing that makes sense to do with it is a ponytail or whatever. All right, so more about hair. I also, like I said, my hair is weak and the longer parts of it are, have been damaged, etc. So whenever I do a wash day, I lose tons of hair. And that's because my hair is so knotted. It wants to be locked so badly. Like when I'll detangle it, I'll turn around for a second, come back, and it's tangled back up again. It's what a stylist called my hair excessively curly is what he called it. And he ain't wrong. So what I did was, it just hit me like a light bulb. I was watching somebody unlock their hair. They have dreadlocks, and they were going through the process of taking down their locks after years of being locked. And they used unlocking spray. So I went on Amazon and got this Murray's spray for unlocking, and it works because that's what my hair is doing. It is locking. So I've used this. This was how much I used in one use. So maybe I can get a good 5 uses out of this bottle, 5 wash days out of this. So I use this to detangle and get less breakage. I think what I was seeing, it wasn't necessarily breakage, it's shed hair, because I had it in twists for 3 weeks, and you have shed hair that gets caught up in there, and I think that's what mostly I had or saw. Why it sheds so much is beyond me, but this was, I would say I had 2/3 less breakage / shedding / hair that came out with using this than before. And it could be because of this, or it could be because of all the other things I'm doing to strengthen my hair, the multivitamins, the iron, the oils, the massages, all of that. So I'm not sure what is helping, but I'm doing everything so that I don't care. In the end, as long as it looks better, that's what we're going for. So lastly, we're talking about skin. And like I said, I have a routine that I use for my skin. I probably should have talked about this at the beginning, but this one is a repeat item. You've seen me use this many, many times. You can use this for your skin or your hair. And this is organic cold pressed rosehip oil. And the reason why I use this for my skin, I use it specifically under my eyes, or to seal, if I do like my face routine, to seal at the end of my face routine. Just 1 drop, literally 1 drop. And the reason why I use this is because I found that rosehip oil is in a lot of products that are meant for like under eye wrinkles and stuff like that. Rosehip oil is the active ingredient, or the main ingredient. This is the thing that's doing the most work. It brightens your skin. It softens the appearance of scars, which I do get from like acne scars and things like that. It plumps your skin, all the things that you need in terms of like just keeping your skin youthful. So I use this pure as opposed to having it diluted in another product. I don't need all that other stuff. And I've been using this for quite some time. And people always ask me, does it really work? And same for all of the, like the under eye creams. And I don't know. There's only one of me. I've been using under eye cream since I was 25, 27. So if I had a clone of me at 27, one who didn't use cream and the other one who did, I could tell you if this works or not. I have no idea, but all I know is I like the way my under eye looks, and I attribute it to using products like this. All right, you all, I have talked a ton about beauty, and I can go on and on about it at this point. I don't know what happened to just a little bit of beauty, but that's where my focus is right now. I got some things I'm trying to fix. Some things I'm trying to preserve my sexy. And so whatever I learn and whatever I find to be useful to me, I'm going to share it with you. So hopefully that was helpful. You found something, learned something, got something interesting, or felt inspired to go and start a journey on your own. Thank you so much for watching. Share it if you liked it, and share it if you didn't like it. Hit that like button, you all. Bye.
Future Society decided to bring us a scientifically, let's go. This is cloud Reverie, but concept alone on this is insane. They literally sequence cloud microbes to identify the scent molecule. She loves fragrance. She loves science. So a lot of her ingredients and technology in her fragrances capture either scents of flowers that no longer exist, exactly like it sounds. You get this fluffy vanilla accord and sparkling aldehyde, almost giving you like a clean, fluffy robe type of feel on the skin. And then the iris pulls through and gives you this gorgeous powderiness that is so refined and at the right quantity to still keep this fluffy and airy. And then a gorgeous sugar note comes through that feels like fairy dust, almost making it feel like the sweetness of what being in a cloud should feel like. It also has aquatic blooms and oceanic fucus, keeping it very airy and ethereal, and as you would imagine, a little bit salty. I don't want to have to explain precipitation and condensation to you, but I would imagine that the water in clouds is a little salty. And then the musk base.